cameras. Now I will do a full camera comparison between these, but I'll quickly hit on them here. We have a triple camera setup on the iPhone 12 Pro, 12 megapixel wide, 12 megapixel ultra wide, 12 megapixel telephoto lens with that LiDAR sensor. When the iPhone 7 Plus has a dual 12 megapixel lens, a wide and a telephoto lens. Now, in terms of the user interfaces, they are almost identically the same. Of course, with that telephoto lens and the telephoto lenses on both, you don't have that ultra wide sensor on the 7 Plus, but that's kind of a big deal in my opinion because when you're, looking at newer phones with almost the exact same features in the cameras, that's kind of weird. Now, you can do 4K at 60 on these, 12 Pro. I think you can only do 4K at 30 on this phone. And the front cameras, I think, is where the bigger differences are. You can only do 1080p on the front camera of the iPhone 7 Plus. You can do 4K at 60 on the front camera of the iPhone 12 Pro. So if you're somebody who takes a lot of selfies and you take a lot of front-facing videos, you're going to be getting better quality from a phone like the 12 Pro than on the iPhone 7 Plus. Now, I still think for a majority of people out there, the iPhone 7 Plus's camera is probably okay. I don't think it's a deal breaker if you pick this phone up, but just know that you're kind of missing out on some features. You do have portrait mode on both, but the lack of, like the 4K at 60 and everything, I think is, really, really good. But I think in terms of a quality standpoint, I think that's probably where this phone's most lackluster in, if that makes any sense, including the front camera. I wish this phone had a better front camera. I used this phone for several months and I enjoyed it, but I really did wish this thing had a front-facing camera that was better than the one it was equipped with. But back in 2016, this camera and this phone was pretty good. This was the first phone from Apple to bring a dual camera setup. Now I will tell you when it comes down to the 12 Pro is the far better camera for sure. You're getting better quality photos, better quality videos, higher resolution filming on the front-facing camera as well. And I'll definitely say with that ultra-wide sensor, I do like an ultra-wide sensor more than I like a, telephoto lens. But the fact that you have both on this camera is really, really good. Now the 7 Plus's camera, I think for, like I said, a majority of people out there is probably good enough, but I would still rather have, the better the camera is, the better the longevity is. So that in terms of the camera, the 12 Pro definitely wins. The 7 Plus is still good enough for a lot of people, but I'll definitely say the 12 Pro is the better camera for sure.